Hello, and thank you for trusting me to read for you. Today I'm going to be doing a charm reading, and then after that, we'll have 3 cards for a past, present, and future with the tarot deck. So, this tarot deck that I'm using is the Crystal Unicorn Tarot by Pamela Chen. So, I'm also going to shuffle the charms here, and we're just going to read like whatever comes out. There are charms in here for like different stages of life and different emotions. So let's just kind of see what comes out for you. Interesting. Okay, so I don't want to knock this over, but the first thing I see is that this train is standing upright, basically like focused and going in a direction. I am going to lift the whole board up and kind of show you where the charms are and how they fell, but I really wanted to point that out. I always like for people to see like how things are standing and where they are. So if anything tips over, we'll know. Okay. So let's see if things tip over a little bit. I feel like it's really interesting here looking at all of these things that are kind of piled on top of each other. Don't worry, we will totally like dissect them, take them apart, see where things are. So right here in the middle, it says, a sister is someone to dream, cry, sing, and laugh with. It's also really interesting too because this little purple square and this pink square, those are representative of little ones. I feel that there's something that is going on with the person who you consider to be a sister. Now, this could be someone who was biologically a sister. I feel like this is somebody who you have a really important relationship with. I do feel that it is somebody that you would consider like a sibling or like a very close friend, perhaps even that you were raised with them, because the charm for the home came out as well. Now, there are some secrets going on. So we have a secret here, and then we have secret here. We also have the eye on here 2 times. So I do feel that this is something that really is about you. So I feel that there is some feeling of things being out of balance, of you feeling almost like this other person is a favorite or there's favoritism going on. I feel that you are feeling a little bit disappointed with how some interactions happened with your family. I do feel though that you're really starting to like when I see secret 2 times and I 2 times, I do feel that there's some correlation with that. I feel that you are doing internal work. I feel that it's kind of like time to step up for therapy, time to go see a counselor, time to really like dissect what happened and what you needed to kind of like deal with. So then it's really interesting because this is another train charm. There's actually several in there. There's some that are white, there's some that are black, there's some that are purple, all different colors. And I think it's interesting that in your reading you got both of them. So this one is the engine of the train, and this is just like a cargo there's a word and I can't think of it. Cargo, like what the sections are called. I can't remember. But anyway, I feel that you are feeling like you can get to the point where things are happy, but it's going to take you some work. And I kind of feel that in some ways you feel like you're the leader, and in some ways you kind of feel like you're just kind of along for the ride. I feel that you don't always see an opportunity for you to be authentic. I feel that it's puzzling to you because we have the puzzle piece here. It's a little bit of a puzzle to you how unconditional love really flows into your life, because this was upside down. And in my charm readings, if one of the charms is upside down, it usually means the opposite of the meaning of that charm. So, for you specifically, I feel that there is a relationship that is very important to you, and you do have some resentment that's building up because of this connection. And I feel that that resentment that is building up has taken away some of your song. I feel like things seem like you know what they are, but you don't have all of the story. I feel like you kind of let things happen, and you're now at a point where you're like, wait. I'm ready to take a way more assertive role in the lives of people in my connections. And you're basically, I feel, really at a point where it's like, no, I don't like how this worked out. I don't like how that worked out. I want to work on this and change that. And I feel like you're doing a very good job because you're realizing that the most important thing about change is that you can't change for someone and you can't change someone for you. The more authentic we are able to be, the easier it is to move forward in some of these relationships. I do think it's really interesting that the two squares are like right next to each other. I do feel that this is somebody who there was a disagreement a while ago and it made it difficult to grow together and stay close as you once were. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pull 3 tarot cards. We're going to do past, present, and future. So I kind of want to do like, what is the past with the connection with this person? What is it presently? And what could it be in the future? So I just like to give it a shuffle here. So, oh, well, okay. So this one popped right out for the past, present, in future. I feel like this person is kind of eager to get some of this energy flowing. So in the past, it's showing as the energy of the reverse 5 of Cups. So this is really good because it's about recovery time. It's about taking the opportunity. So when the 5 of Cups is upright, 3 of the cups are tipped over, but 2 of them are not. But this unicorn's only focusing on the ones that are tipped over. So when it's reversed, it has this this feeling of a vast amount of time that has taken place since this experience that was upsetting for you. And I feel that enough time has passed that your guides are like, okay, so now we need to move forward with this. So presently with this, you are, well, that's very interesting. It's the reverse 5 of Swords. So we have the reverse 5 of Cups, and the reverse 5 of Swords is about peace after a really troubling time. So I think it's really awesome because it's like you are currently letting go of this resentment that you had towards things that happened in the past. You're like actively working on it in the present, which is a really good place to be because healing takes place when we address the problem. So it's the reality of what's going on. So it's kind of like walking into your bathroom and seeing that the toilet is overflowing, but then just standing there and saying, I'm not going to turn it off. You know, this isn't really happening. Or taking control of the destiny of the situation and turning the water off and seeing it for what it is. And I feel like you're doing a very good job of that. So then the third one is showing as the reverse Chariot. And this is the future of the situation. This is about giving up. It's about losing direction. So I feel that you've been dealing with this for a while. I feel like this is quite a like almost rift in almost the whole family. I feel like there are sides that are kind of chosen. And I feel that it's causing issues for a lot of people that are involved. There's like really valid points on both sides that I see. So I feel that what's really important in your right now is to not give up. Like you're clearly on this path where things are kind of picking up. Now the thing I see is that in tarot, Cups, Pentacles, Swords, and Wands, the minor arcana are often like, because they're ace all the way to king, there's like a progression. It's the same in the major arcana, but the minor is, it's easier to make adjustments to that energy because they're not really like destined experiences. Now, the major arcana, those are usually like destined experiences. I feel like you've put a lot of time and energy and effort into the connection with this person because it's important to you. And it should be. I feel like it's a family or a like a person who is very, very close. So I'm going to pull a card here and ask, what happens if they're able to forgive? What happens if they're able to forgive? So we had two. We had the Emperor. The energy of the Emperor, when the Emperor is upright, is the energy of like planning and strategy and changing. And then I feel that if we continue, then it's the energy of the reverse 10 of Cups, which is about more family trouble. I feel that if you're not able to step into your power to take the reins of this situation, I feel like you at sometimes feel like it's like this runaway horse and carriage that you just can't, which is really interesting because we have the Chariot. It's like this runaway horse and carriage emotionally, and you just can't seem to get a handle on it. And I feel that part of it is because you're really frustrated with the other person, feeling like, well, why do I have to change if they're not going to change? Or why do I have to take responsibility for it if they don't even seem like they give two flying craps? Like they don't even care. I'm hurt by this, but they seem like it doesn't even matter. So I feel that there's some healing that you need to do on your own, not even for the other person, but for a relief for yourself. It is like having a broken leg and then saying, well, I'm not going to be in a wheelchair because I don't want anyone to push me, or I don't want to have crutches because I want to be independent. Well, you're in pain. And in that pain, you have to make some kind of like adjustment in order to be able to survive and move on and be in this type of, mature growth instead of this like energy of not getting your hopes and dreams and wishes. This lifetime that you have right in front of you, this span of time that you have in your physical body, you don't want to spend years and years and years feeling this energy and then like not even complete it. It's time to heal. Part of healing is saying that there's a problem. It's acknowledging that we have something that needs to be fixed or adjusted. And I feel like part of that is difficult for you. Because I feel like some of this hurt wasn't done on purpose. And so you feel almost bad talking about it because this person hurt you, but it wasn't intentional. So bringing it up just feels kind of like it's being mean on your part. But really, it's a growth thing for the other person as well. So what I'm going to do now is pull some more charms, and we'll ask, what it looks like if you are able to communicate this to the person and then move on. So let me shuffle the charms. Okay, so what does it look like if we make some changes? Wow, there's a lot going on here. It's really interesting because look at this. What's this? The purple train. So you have the 3 trains that came out. So I feel like it's interesting too because we have the dog, the bear, and the crab. We have the sign right in the middle. This charm is for the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is about our relationships. we have all sorts of relationships. Not all of them are romantic. So I do feel that this reading is really revolving around your relationships and what they look like. And every relationship that you have right now is being affected by the other relationship that we talked about. This one says, my love is alive, with the word dream that was kind of like sitting on it. I feel like you want a real life experience with this person. And I feel that for a while you have felt a little bit shut out. So this says, live in the moment. And over here it says, what's for you will not pass you. I feel in some ways you're worried about telling this person how hurt you are, because it's like, well, if I tell them, then they're not going to want to be around me anymore, and they're just going to call me a baby, and they're just going to say I'm too sensitive. But by not talking to that person, you are not making yourself and your comfort a priority, and that's affecting you even more. So this is a charm for unconditional love that has to do with like pets and different animals that are around you. And then this charm that was like around the neck of the dog says, perhaps love. This charm is about you being in your own power. So perhaps your guides are saying, perhaps one of the things you could look at is maybe by speaking up for yourself and saying how you really feel and what you really want, you can shift and change all of the energy for everyone involved because you are more powerful. So here we have the charm for the quarter, and it's on top of the penny. So in the United States, the coin system, quarter, dime, nickel, penny, we have like, it could cost you. It could be something that has a small cost, or it could have a large cost. And you have to ask yourself, is it worth it to me to put my relationships on the line? Is it something that I want? And I feel like it is something that your soul wants. And I feel that there is some beauty in being on target with moving. I do feel in the past you've had this is the charm for the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is about you carrying all of the responsibility, not expecting really anybody else to say, hey, maybe you didn't intentionally hurt me, but I got hurt. That's like being outside and having somebody like shooting a bow and arrow and then they accidentally shoot you in the leg. It was an accident, but it still happened, and you still have every right to say, wow, that hurt and I didn't like it and you shouldn't have done that. And I feel that people in your life who are in authority try to like kind of squash the situation by being like, oh, they didn't mean it, everybody's okay, but it really took away from how you really felt. And then this little car charm is like upside down. I feel like in some ways it really stunted your progress and your process moving forward in your own life. So then this charm right here, the little bee, this is about like creating a buzz and being excited, and it's upside down. So I feel like this affected you so deeply that it's still affecting you. It's still hurting you. And the only way to have it stop hurting you is by naming it and then helping yourself be able to diminish it. I do feel that the person who you're kind of working with could be a water sign. This is the charm for the water sign. So I do feel that there are definitely things that can be done. I feel that you may need to have a third party that's helping, like a counselor or a therapist, help you talk through this, because some of the feeling that I'm getting is that like you did try to speak with like adults about this kind of situation, and you were kind of told like, oh, forgive and forget, and you need to move forward and you need to move on, and that didn't help your soul. Nobody acknowledged and helped you clarify the things that were hurting you and your soul. So I feel that finding a counselor or therapist is going to help you give yourself the approval of it's okay that this hurt your feelings. It is acceptable that someone else accidentally did something and it upset you and it hurt you, and that is okay for you to sit down and cry about it and be upset. You have permission to be upset about the circumstances. You have permission because you are an adult. You can make choices. You have free will. And part of that is saying, it's okay that I got my feelings hurt, and it is okay that I want to talk about it. And it is okay that I deserve to have someone listen to my full experience, whether that is the person who like took part in the experience or an outside source that will help you get the tools and navigate to be able to move on from some of the things that hurt you. Because I feel like on some levels, those are places where you're still stuck. All right, well, thank you so much for trusting me to read for you, and I look forward to reading for you again.